Gang. Yeah. Since I was young, I had a dream to get 100 bands. So much money that it can't fit in a rubber band. I was on the bottom, now I got the upper hand.
What's good, y'all?
What's good, y'all?
Welcome back to our channel. I'm K.
I'm Brandon.
Equals
Crandon.
Yeah. So we're reacting to how Drake destroyed his Ghost Rider's life. This just got posted like
5 hours ago or something.
5 hours ago by Luista.
Luista, shout out to you.
Luista.
And if you didn't know, we reacted to his other video breaking down the Not Like Us video.
And he did some other ones. I just can't think of them right
Yeah.
now. Like him and Drake or whatever beef. It was some shit. I don't know. But yes, we reacted to his other stuff. So before we get into it, like, comment, and subscribe.
You know, check out the
And
Patreon.
yeah, we got a few up on the Patreon as well. We got the Quavo line right over there.
Tough. Actually, really good song, can't lie. Cannot
Yeah,
lie.
it is.
Completely different vibe, but
And we got some videos that are up right now, so go watch it if you haven't watched it. Follow us on our social media. It's in the description box. I know we don't pop it up on the screen, but you just gotta click on that description.
I mean, we will pop them up on the screen, but it's a lot going on. But
exactly. Like,
it would just
know.
be a lot. But
yeah, we just be trying to pump these videos out for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
for sure, cause y'all rock with us, we rock with y'all, and yeah, we just
Rockefeller,
gonna keep this train going. So
yeah, so I think that's pretty much it.
pretty much it.
All right, so screen record starts right now. Thank you.
Man, I want y'all to comment down below. What is a Drake song that would disappoint you if he had a Ghost Rider on it? Comment down below any Drake song. If he had a Ghost Rider on it, it will make y'all look at Drake mad different.
Headlines was fine.
Headlines is a good one. Trying to think of one for me, just like off the top.
I don't know. Yeah, I just said headlines.
For me, it would be When to Say When. It's on Dark Lane demo tapes, or Away From Home from For All the Dogs. But yeah, comment down below.
Meek Mill, a rapper named Quentin Miller was exposed to be Drake's ghostwriter. And while being outed as the man who wrote lyrics for a rapper who is as braggadocious, territorial, and petty as the Six God can lead to some unwanted attention, you would think that simply being affiliated with Drake's team would at least lead to a better lifestyle or some level of financial freedom. However, the drama that ensued afterwards led to one of the most dramatic downfalls and is a
He gonna get into it, but I do remember hearing about Quentin Miller, like a whole bunch of bad stuff happened to him after people found out he was like writing for Drake. But he might get into it with this
story that many hip-hop purists rarely discuss. After he was exposed, Quentin Miller reached the lowest point in his life, instead of flourishing to his higher purpose as Drake might have hoped. My name is Luista, and this is how Drake ruined his ghostwriter's life. Born on October 10th, 1989 in Atlanta, Georgia, Quentin Miller started writing raps in his teens while being homeschooled, going by the stage name Mila, and was good enough to eventually get his first signing with Epic Records at the age of 21. He was brought in by the artists Dream and Tricky. However, he would
Ollie and
I don't think I ever heard of him. Dream and Tricky.
The Dream?
Well, I heard, okay, the Dream I heard of, but Tricky, no.
age of 21. He was brought in by the artists Dream and Tricky. However, he was dropped after only 3 months because they believe he didn't have any star power and he had to butt heads with the A&R of the company. Without a degree, securing a job seemed impossible, especially because this was 2 years after the stock market crash of 2008 and the economy was still in recovery.
Well, he's telling you he doesn't think you're a star in the middle of your...
Yeah, bro, in the middle of this, I'm like, bro, I'm just, can you go? So anyway, long story short, he hits Tricky.
I'm in here trying to become a star. Shut the f up.
Yeah, bro, yeah. So then Tricky just hits me, he's like, yo, you're not Red Zone, you're not Epic, you're not nothing. You going back. They sent my back. They made me wait like 3-4 weeks before I could get my car back. That was f***ed up, man. Y'all don't know. I was young, man. That hurt, man. That hurt.
Things weren't looking too good for Miller, and with his daughter on the way, he had to find a way to make ends meet. Eventually, he ended up finding a job at Publix in Atlanta and was able to at least feed his family in the meantime. However, Quentin really hated his job and was still putting work into his music on the side to see if he could get anything going. And that's when he got in contact with Drake's affiliates, Boy Wonder and Obi Bryan, who both liked his pen game. They would send him a few beats, he would lay down some bars for them, but everything changed when he sent in 10 bands.
And Wonder was like, yo, he's with this 10 band song, he's with this hard. So yeah, I was really excited. I thought I was gonna have a Drake feature, because at the time Drake was just doing random features for just up and coming artists.
Drake is
And I guess I just saw it today, or last night, that Drake got like another song coming out with like some random. I don't even know who the person is, but it sound like
Dance
party,
club music?
yeah, like
Nah.
dance music, yeah.
Can't
So once
slide
again,
way out of this.
yeah, once again, Drake just
all cage birds gonna do is sing.
for real.
with 10 bands, man. He's going crazy over it. I'm like, oh, I sent 10 bands to a couple of my friends. Now, I didn't know what a reference track was at this time.
And at that point, you were just making a record.
I was just making songs.
Yes.
And plus, when he said it, I'm thinking Drake's gonna get on it. So I'm like, I'm not leaking, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then later I was sent a clip and it was Drake saying it. And I was like, oh, all right, well, hey,
Yeah.
whatever.
And
Quentin didn't expect Drake to actually rap the song, but he was thrilled to work with such a major artist. He even proudly represented OVO back in his home of Atlanta. He's getting flown out, having writing sessions, and begins to work with Drake to produce his 4th mixtape, If You're Reading This It's Too Late. And as we all know, when it came out, Drake was getting praised for making the best rap songs that year. But what they didn't know was that they were actually praising a young guy from Atlanta.
So you get in the studio with Drake and you end up basically co-writing what became Used To, 10 Bands, Legend, and 6 Man.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I also wrote on Bless. Too. That was when I first met Big Sean during that session. I felt like I was, a part of this. Like, Drake literally was looking me in my face like, yo, man, this album wouldn't be possible if it weren't for you. Like, you really helped. You have no idea. Like, you saying this to a dude that was working in the bakery, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought my dream was over with after Tricky and them dropped me off, like, I was crying like a baby, because I'm like, how the fuck else am I gonna do this? They were the people that I knew, and I didn't have nobody else, so it just felt like it was just one of the best times, Yeah, felt like I was on the team.
However, things would take a drastic turn for Miller and Drake fans after Meek Mill came into the picture. After teaming up with Drake on Rico for his 2015 album, Dreams Worth More Than Money, Meek Mill would put out a tweet alleging that Drake has a ghostwriter, saying, "Stop comparing me to Drake too, he don't write his raps. That's why he ain't tweet about my album because we found out. Other artists know though, Lil Wayne and Nicki know, ask them. They gon' act like they don't see them tweets." Meek was mad that Drake wasn't helping to promote his album. And people were saying that the line, "the girl of your dreams to me is probably not a challenge in Rico," is a diss to Meek Mill because Drake has been very close to Nicki Minaj, who was dating Meek at the time. This was a pretty crazy revelation back then.
So they really think that was a diss?
Right.
I don't know.
Ghostwriting wasn't as popularized as it is today. It was mind-blowing for fans to find out that one of the top artists in the game didn't write all their music. And this was a different case from that of a Dr. Dre or Kanye West, who are also known to use ghostwriters on their songs, as they are more so producers and curators than they are as rappers. In a short while, the name Quentin Miller kept popping up, and eventually, a reference track for the song 10 Bands was leaked, shocking everyone even more because the song was very popular among the fans of If You're Reading This It's Too Late, and Drake had received a lot of praise for the writing on it. The whole ghostwriter conversation was steaming hot with Drake and Quentin at the center of it all. Drake's producer and longtime friend, OVO40, put out a series of tweets defending Drake, saying, "There's countless #1s and songs Drake has written for others, never mind himself. That's the funny part. So if someone wants to be upset that Drake made a great album, go for it. Get mad all day, LOL. But don't ever question my brother's pen. I've spent maybe 30 minutes in a studio with Q. Nice enough guy, very talented. If you're asking if Q contributed to If You're Reading This, yes, he did. You can also see that by reading the credits, which is a point a lot of people..."
I mean, at least you got credit for it, but man, I don't know. I don't know. They really just making you feel bad about Quentin Miller for real so far.
Right.
It's like, dude, this
That's why
man.
y'all still pushing to the side, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is giving. It's giving. Oh, but we gave you credit though, so don't worry about
Right,
it. Like,
for
don't
real.
do that. Like, so y'all pushing his feelings to the side. I don't fuck with that shit.
Yeah, because like, man, this dude going through a lot. He was with Epic. they cut him because they said he didn't have star potential. He got to go back and work at like Publix, like a regular job.
Like that's what it's giving up.
He got a whole family to feed.
Yeah, like we gave you credit. Why you worrying about it? Whatever. Like that's what it's giving
crazy.
me, honestly. So
They doing all that just to cover up from Drake. It's like, damn, man, it's tough.
Is a point a lot of people seem to forget when saying an artist uses ghostwriters. When a writer contributes to a project, their name is usually slipped into the credits, therefore, they aren't ghostwriting by definition. However, no one actually checks the credits for every single project to police who had help and who didn't, which is why this case was blown way out of proportion by Meek Mill. To make matters worse for Quentin Miller, he was now getting clowned online for some of the lyrics he wrote with people, saying that he ain't got the looks or money to be spitting lines like, "The girl of your dreams to me is probably not a challenge." But Quentin would also put out a statement explaining his side of the situation, as well as downplaying the work he did on the album, saying, "Most of the project was done before I came into the picture. I remember him playing it for me for the first time thinking, why am I here? Like, what does he need me for? I am not and never will be a ghostwriter for Drake. I'm proud to say that we have collaborated, but I can never take credit for anything other than a few songs we worked on together. However, this would turn to be a big mistake, because in trying to defend Drake, he would piss off Meek Mill."
They called me, we was in LA, I was walking to the Nike store, and he approached me, and this was really my first time really talking with Meek, and basically told me like, you know, he didn't appreciate the letter that I dropped, and it made him seem like he was a liar or whatnot, and they stole off on me in the Nike store and ran. I shed blood in the Nike store on Wilshire. They tried to get me in front of paparazzi at first.
Come on, Meek.
That was weak as hell.
That's whack as fuck, bro.
Like what?
That's crazy.
We kind of called each other. I was getting out the Uber, and we kind of called each other. And then he sent his man. He was like, "Yo, come over here. Meek wants to talk to you." And I was just like, "I don't want to go in front of paparazzi. Like, I don't want to do that." So like, you know, they just followed me in the Nike store. Yeah, and just popped off in the Nike store.
From what we know now, Meek was allegedly instigated by Nicki Minaj, who felt like her man was being disrespected. So not only did he get abused online, he gets beat up by Meek's goons. And to make matters worse, Drake basically cuts him off after the entire incident. Quentin was really disappointed in the silence from Drake's camp, because he went to bat for them, and they still hung him out to dry. But he took solace in the fact that he was well known for being a part of hit songs, and believed that things would look up for him very soon. However, what he saw before him was more disappointment, making Quentin believe the industry had blackballed him.
Man, I'm thinking like the phone is just about to just ring off the hood. I'm thinking, you know, anytime anybody's involved with one song.
I'm still on Meek though. Meek, you did all that towards Queen. Why you didn't do that with Drake?
For real. Because he couldn't.
Like, so that's why he did it on him.
Yeah.
He took it out on Queen.
And from what dude is saying, like, I guess Nicki Minaj was like in his ear telling him to do something because he was looking weak. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. That's pathetic. I ain't gonna lie. It's pathetic from both sides, from Meek Mill and Drake.
Yeah, this shit was all pathetic. It just seemed like Quentin got into it. Like, it's like it was like wrong place, wrong time. Like that type of situation.
It's that one saying where it said like never meet your heroes or like your idols, basically. Because man, he met Drake. He probably was like super excited about it, and everything went down.
It's like Queen came in at bad timing. That's what it just seemed like.
Pretty much.
This guy, it's like everything, you know, and it's just like, it just wasn't like that. It's just like, it just didn't happen. It was strange.
To add insult to injury, Drake and Meek Mill would end up clearing their differences, reuniting in 2018 for Meek's Championships project. But Quentin's situation was somewhat expected because he outright told labels not to reach out to him.
I'm not a writer, and that's like the interesting thing, and to all industry people out there and labels out there, like, please, I want y'all to know that I am not a writer. Don't invite me to your writers camps. Like, that was a special situation that just happened to happen. It was an opportunity, and you know, we just happen to be on the same wave.
You see, Quentin suffers from the same problem that hinders artists with stronger pens in the industry. Just like Partisan Fontaine, who wasn't happy when Kanye exposed him as a ghostwriter, Quentin didn't want his writing to overshadow his music. From the label's perspective, people like Quentin are more valuable in the background for their already established artists, and are therefore less likely to receive opportunities since they could just keep boosting an already marketable artist. On the 5-year anniversary of the release of the If You're Reading This Is Too Late album, Quentin would put out a video expressing his dissatisfaction for how things happened with his career.
Drake and Meek is best friends now. They watch basketball games and they do shows together, you know? So it's just like, what's that even for?
That's crazy.
Weak ass shit. Bunch of weak ass
They did all that shit to him just to become friends again. It's wild.
Weak ass. Sound like some female shit.
It does sound like some female stuff.
Weak ass nigga.
What's that even for? What's all of that for? You know, like all the stress that it caused, you know? And I know it. Everybody else is able to move on because everybody else's careers was established. My career wasn't established. To the music game, labels, artists, whoever, take a chance on me. Take a chance on Quentin Miller, man.
I mean, you said record labels did not hit you because you're not a writer.
Right.
You should have just stuck with it. Like, I know you want to be more, but you should have just kept writing until you got that spot. Like, you gotta think smart. Like, I would have took that. I'm gonna keep writing, and then like I'm gonna just maneuver over to like me rapping. Like, that's what a lot of
shit. That's what
like Victoria
Kanye
Monet.
did. Yeah.
You see how she did that shit? Like, she was writing a lot in 7th Streeter. She was writing, and now they be singing on all sides. Like, you should have just done that instead of just saying like, man, labels don't hit me bad. Like, I'm really. They ain't gonna hit you at all because they don't see you as a star. That's how they're seeing it. Like, cause I kind of don't see it either. I'm gonna be real with you, but you should have just stuck with the whole writing scene. Maybe you would have
got somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta finish. You gotta maneuver your way in, try to get your spot type shit.
I don't know, man. That's a tough spot to be in. Cause like he shows that he can make good songs. He's a good writer, but he just doesn't have like the look. That's like the only thing that he's missing.
Yeah, and I think that's what Epic and it was trying to say.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I see why they said that.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have just stuck with the writing game. Like, it probably would have gotten you somewhere though.
For real.
Y'all know I do these records.
Like
Y'all know I got these records.
On that part.
I could do it in my sleep. Take a chance on me, man. Everybody want to kick me to the curb, man. Everybody want me to just play the background, and they just want to just give me ideas for this person, give me ideas for that person, man. Give me the opportunity.
Yeah,
give me the ball, man.
That's like a typical writer frustration. You should have just stuck with it, man.
Yeah.
Because that was like, okay, Ray was the same way. She kept writing for motherfuckers. They kept pushing her to the side. You see, she just did a breakthrough now.
All right.
It took her years.
I mean, it was like that with Kanye back in the day. Like he was just making his own songs, writing his own songs. And like he kept going to the Rockefeller building, just rapping in front of everybody till he got like a chance, and then he got a chance. So
exactly, like he didn't have that fight. He don't got that dog in him.
He doesn't.
You don't have that. You didn't have the ambition for real. Like, I don't know.
A lot of artists out here that
you must not want it that bad.
I know for a fact I can box with, man. I can box with all these, man.
With more and more time passing and with bills to pay, Quentin would continue lending his pen to other artists, and it was even revealed that one of the main reasons Meek Mill opened this can of worms in the first place was because Quentin had refused to write for him on multiple occasions.
It was like maybe after the third time, I told Drake about it.
Meek Mill, come on, bro.
So
I mean, it's already not looking good for Meek Mill right now. You know, him and the whole Diddy stuff kind of died down. But, dude, I don't know, bro. This is bad.
This is making him look even worse.
Yeah, he looks even more pathetic.
Yeah, that's...
And, like, if I was him, if I was Quentin Miller, like, at the time, if I had the chance to write for Drake or Meek Mill, I'm going with Drake. Like,
right.
I think everybody would do that. Like...
Right, even I would do that. And I don't even like...
I mean, it's just a way bigger and better opportunity for real.
Right.
That's just kind of weird, man. Like he's just pressing it so hard, but I'm like turning it down, bro. Like I'm not trying to work, bro. I'm trying to work with you. And so he was like, yeah, that is weird. And then Meek was tweeting stuff before he tweeted my name. He was tweeting like little sub stuff, and me and Drake we're like screenshotting and sending it to each other like, yo, you think he's talking about this? Yo, you think he's talking about this? And then next thing you know, he puts it all out there, and that just changed everything.
This shows Meek's entire statement about not tricking his fans being absolutely bullshit. Pretending to be the shining light of rap purity in public, but only exposing the operation when they don't let you in, is straight diabolical behavior. Not to mention, hypocritical. It reminds you of a kid who takes the ball home once they start losing. Although, Drake doesn't leave the situation either without any blame. Quentin turned down Meek Mill multiple times, downplayed his involvement in writing Drake songs, got beat up, and got publicly humiliated, all because he wanted to be loyal to Drake. The least that Drake could do was keep working with him, since most of his fans didn't care if Drake used ghostwriters.
Maybe just because I was just a writer, or, I don't know. It was just like, I just didn't matter, just like this guy, even with drama and them, like, just kind of just throwing my whole life, on the back burner, just like, whatever, just to get out of it. Like, but what about me? What about me taking care of my family? And, the fact that I put my whole life into this shit. I don't have no other skills. I ain't go to college. Like, I make music. That's my skill.
What's even crazier is that he only made $30,000 for all the songs he wrote for Drake's mixtape. Now, that isn't all really Drake's fault. Yes, he should have been paid more, but remember in the... Quentin got dropped from Epic Records back when he was 21. Well, it turns out they dropped him but kept his publishing, meaning they basically took all of his royalty money for years, until 2019, when he finally managed to leave the deal. Quentin's life after writing for Drake can be described as getting dealt a bad hand.
Man, I ain't lie, he got whacked on his deal. That's crazy. He cut him, took his publishing, and he didn't get out of that deal until 2019. That's crazy.
That's why I don't trust fucking labels, bro. Like, I really don't. Like,
that's ridiculous.
This is why I don't want. Like, it's just hearing shit like that is like so crazy. I'm like, you took this nigga's life, basically.
Pretty much. It's crazy.
Labels be. Ugh. It's like, why?
It's a shicey game.
Bad hand over and over again. From losing his leg in an accident in 2016 to almost getting scammed by Big Sean in 2022.
I'm like, man, this a real,
what?
This is a full circle moment, bro. He's like, yeah, bro, this is full circle, this is full circle. So I'm really like looking up to it. And then maybe like 2 weeks, a week before the album drops, he's just not responding to me at all. Then, like a week before, I'm in the studio with Hit Boy. I just randomly hear in a conversation with Hit, yeah, the album drop next week. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't even know. So then I start hitting him, and then I'm getting text from his manager. Now I'm only talking to his manager. I'm like, well, what happened? So I'm talking to the manager. Then this come out. We still ain't signed the paperwork or nothing. My name was not on the credits. It was not on the credits for like the first 3 months. So I'm blowing him up. I'm like, yo, what's...
Okay, I wonder if he's talking about Detroit 2, I'm assuming?
He said he wrote Blessed, though.
Well, he said this has happened in 2022.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm curious if he's talking about the Detroit 2 album. Because they said something about Full Circle. Because he does have a song called Full Circle on there.
He could take it back to see what he says for sure. Because I'm getting a little lost. A little bit. Just a tad.
Sorry, y'all. Okay.
It's
great. He lost a leg. Like, his life literally went downhill so fast, it feels like.
Getting dealt a bad hand over and over again. From losing his leg in an accident in 2016 to almost getting scammed by Big Sean in 2022.
I'm like, man, this a full circle moment, bro. He's like, yeah, bro, this is full circle, this is full circle. So I'm really like looking up to it. And then maybe
so I'm assuming it's a Full Circle song off of Detroit 2. I'm assuming
2 weeks, a week before the album drops, he's just not responding to me at all. Then like a week before, I'm in the studio with Hit Boy. I just randomly hear in a conversation with Hit, yeah, the album drop next week. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't even know. So then I start hitting him, and then I'm getting text from his manager. Now I'm only talking to his manager. I'm like, I'm talking to the manager. Then this come out. We still ain't signed the paperwork or nothing. My name was not on the credits. It was not on the credits for like the first 3 months. So I'm blowing him up. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Because I didn't know we was doing the ghostwriter thing. Because if that was the case, I would have asked for some cash. And it's just like, nah, man, it's just until we get all the paperwork, we can't get the credits. We can't get everybody's name on the credits. But I'm like, but everybody else's name's on there.
Despite now seeming to accept his role as a writer in the industry, he faces controversy every time he tried to promote his work.
I've been still writing for people ever since. You know, I done work with Nas, Big Sean, Jeezy, Ty Dolla $ign, but like a bunch of other people. You know, I never really wanted to be a writer, and you know, it's an interesting sport. You know, I think I have more of a passion to just be creative.
After this interview came out, some fans began to discredit Nas's entire catalog, while others were once again clowning Quentin for daring to mention that he worked with Nas, since he's generally revered for having one of the greatest pens in hip-hop history. Nas's team had to reach out to Quentin, forcing him to clear things up, while also explaining his perspective.
I also mentioned other artists that I worked with, from Jeezy to Jeremiah to Ty Dolla $ign. I mentioned other artists. Writers post their work and talk about their work all the time. You know why? It also helps with the business of writing. When people know that you are part of certain things, it makes people more prone to work with you. It's kind of part of the job. Naming your resume or your catalog or whatever, it kind of goes with it. But it's not that way with me, because I just so happen to have had a situation with the biggest artist in the world, and it turned into a whole fucking ghostwriting scandal, and now I am the ghost. Now anytime people work with me, it's like I'm supposed to be a ghost, but I'm not a ghost. You don't make money being a ghost. They don't pay you. Artists don't give a if you have money or not. They do not pay you. So if you don't get paid from being a part of this to get opportunities to get paid, why would I want to be a fucking ghost? If you work with Quentin Miller, you worked with Quentin Miller. And you better be okay with saying that you work with Quentin Miller. Now, when it comes to the Nas situation, I pulled up on Hit Boy. That was a situation with Hit Boy. I'm in the room. I bounce some ideas out. There we go. Clear it up. I just bounced some ideas. A couple ideas went. That's all that happened with the Nas. But I am not a fucking ghost. I am not a ghost.
Again, being forced to downplay his involvement, just like the Drake situation. Nowadays, Quentin Miller is still trying to make strides in the industry, despite being hurt so many times. In fact, he recently popped up on Kanye's well-received Vultures album as a writer, and had been spotted with his crew in the months leading up to its release.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Y'all keep trying to play him, like, I think because they think he's soft.
Yeah.
That's why. I think that's why.
And like he's not like well known or anything.
Yeah, like.
Sheesh, man.
They treat him like.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I know how. Well, he said how Drake destroyed his ghostwriter's life. I ain't gonna lie. The industry just screwed this dude over.
Yeah.
Like this is way more than just Drake. It's too many people, bro. But
For real.
I mean, hopefully he's doing well.
Hopefully he's still writing the money.
Yeah, hopefully he just still has a passion to make music.
Yeah, just have that.
Cause like you said, like that's like his only skill that he has. So I'm like, I hope he doesn't like lose like the love and like the fun of like just making music. Cause man.
Right.
Yeah, Drake, he did kind of throw him under like the bus though.
He did.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's just finesse him.
It's like everybody was embarrassed to work with him. Like,
yeah.
Nigga, what? I can't stand when niggas like that, when they be like, they do something, there's opportunity, but then when some lame nigga or be in their ear downplaying, they be like, man, no, I ain't gonna do that no more. Then they like dismiss the person. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, that shit is so annoying because it means you weak-minded.
For real.
You let one person change your mind because they said some shit.
Man, it's crazy.
Like, a lot of.
I mean, that's what we've been seeing. That's what we've been seeing throughout this whole Drake and Kendrick thing. Yeah. Any little thing you say anything about Drake or Kendrick, like people just change like their whole opinion about.
Yeah, it's like that's that typical like nigga shit. Like you know exactly what I'm talking about. They always be, man, what the fuck are you doing there? Like they always trying to like be negative, and then it makes you change your mind about everything. And if that's the case, that means you have a weak mind.
For real.
You don't let anybody into your mind like that.
That's a fact. Unless they come with so many different facts and like they just prove you wrong, they're like, okay, but like they just saying like a little like opinion.
Yeah, like don't listen to off rib and then change your whole mind. You letting a person control you.
For real.
Like I'm telling you, you got to have your mind. If you don't have it, you're fucked.
Pretty much, you really are though.
I'm telling you, that's why you have to strengthen your mind. Because if it's weak, you're already fucked in life. I'm just saying, you gotta figure out ways to strengthen your mind.
It's a fact.
I'm saying that is one thing I always say to myself. I would rather, like, I would not want to lose my mind. I need to have that. Like, if somebody ever, like, put me in the announcement where it makes me lose my mind, like, they try to weaken my mind, oh, hell no. Nope, I'm not going. I'm sorry, I have to have it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. You do whatever, I don't care. You not gonna have my mind. I'm not going. I'm sorry. Nope.
But that's it for the video. Appreciate y'all watching. You already know, like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below what y'all think about the whole Quentin Miller stuff, because man, it went downhill super fast for him. And yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, we out.
Ride me like a lamb. She thinks she fuck with me, so she gon' try to leave a man. But she blew me in the past, so she blew her chance. I told her if she come over, better bring a friend. Bitch, I only fuck with